Okay, I thought I would do a video about the prayer beads that I've been making and prayer beads slash witch's ladder, and at the same time I'm trying to make this bracelet, and attempt number 3 or 4 now. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I think I've sold a couple of them. I'd like to sell more of them because I think they're really cool. And I think a lot of people don't really know what they are, how you would use them. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I have not really used them. I have used a witch's ladder spell before, but not, I've never had prayer beads before. I think I might like some, though, because they're actually pretty cool, and the whole concept of what you use them for is pretty cool. Basically, they're a meditation tool, in my opinion. Remember, this is just my opinion. You know, I'm just an old lady with old ideas. And, you use them to focus your intent or to say your prayers. I mean, most of us pray. Might not be biblical kind of praying, but it's praying nonetheless. Praying is praying. And I certainly believe the universe is alive and listens to prayers. Anyway, prayer is a way of manifesting your intent and putting it out there so that it manifests in the physical world. And that's what this tool is for. Is either the witch's ladder or the prayer beads. And in prayer beads, it's like what Catholics do, basically. Each bead, and I use 9 because 9 is a Norse folklore, used in Norse folklore. The number 9 is seen a lot, and that's why I choose 9 for the sets of beads that I put on them. And you can handle it many ways. It's up to you. No, there's no right way or wrong way, but you would cleanse them originally when you get them, if you haven't made them yourself. And by the way, I have read where somebody had the audacity to say, you must make your own. Bullpucky. That's not true, and none of that is true. And when anybody tells you, you have to do it this way, I'm quick to ignore that. You absolutely can have someone make them for you. You can buy them. You can do whatever the freaking frack you want. If you see a set that calls out to you, by all means, that obviously is meant to be yours. Go get it. And, anyway, so you have your prayer beads and you cleanse them and you are setting your intent for them and you can change your intent along the way. Just re-cleanse them and recharge it in a way that you're used to charging things, whatever it is, whether it's smudging, whether it's putting them out in the sun or putting them under the moonlight, whatever you want. After you have that and you have your intent set, then you would hold the prayer beads in your hand and you would put your fingers on each bead and say whatever prayer you write for yourself. It's kind of a repetitive kind of thing, and it's based on creating your intent to manifest. And so if it's for protection. Okay, so you have your protection prayer in each bead. You'd start with the first one and say your protection prayer. And maybe you have certain people you want to protect. So each bead would represent a person that you want protection for. And you go through the 9 beads, and then there's that gap, and then there's 9 more. And you can either say more, or you can repeat what the first one said. When you get to the 3rd set, you can either say more, or you would repeat the next one. Then you could go back and repeat it the 3 times. But as you see, it's in threes, and 3 is a very significant number, especially in the craft. And 3s happen not just in the craft, but, you know, like when you see celebrity die, you hear, oh, some celebrity died, or somebody that you know, people know. Watch, there'll be 2 more, because it comes in 3s. When I worked in nursing homes, somebody would pass away, and we'd always be like, well, there's going to be 2 more. And 2 more, you know. 3 is a significant number. It's certainly a number of action, and it's important, the number 3. So that's why there's 3 sets of 9, and you would repeat that the 3 times. So that's the prayer bead kind of function. Now the witch's ladder function is a very well-known spell, and has been used for eons, probably, since people could talk, maybe, I don't know. But it starts with knot of 1, the spell's begun. But it doesn't have to. You can write your own. Knot of 1, write your own thing. But you go through, and there's many witch's ladder wording. You can look it up if you want. You can write your own if you want. You can do whatever you want. But as you say these, you say, you know, knot of 1. We start with the first bead. The spell's begun. And you're focusing your intent, because I always put these down as meditation beads also, because meditation is probably the strongest tool in learning how to focus your intent. And intent, of course, manifests action. You have to put your intent into any working you do in order for it to have a goal to succeed. So this is about focusing your intent. You can meditate with these by, you know, each bead takes you somewhere in your meditation. You can do a whole list of things with these. That's what makes them so cool. They don't have to be designated as one certain purpose unless you want it to. Maybe you want different prayer beads for different things, and you want to always use the same one for protection, say, or something like that. That's fine. You can do that. It's totally cool. You can do whatever you want, any way you want it. And like I said, don't ever let anybody tell you that it has to be done this way or it's wrong. That's just wrong. That's not true. You know, there's lots of ways to do it. It's about, a lot of times, doing what you feel is right. And if you think that doing things that are bad to people doesn't cost you, well, then, you know, that's up to you. But I think you'll find that there's a price tag with everything in this world. And use your head. That's really what the craft is about. It's not for people who don't have common sense and don't know how to use their thought and their brain in a correct way. It's not for lower evolved humans. And you will know that people evolve at their own speed, their own rate, and wherever you are in your evolution and your journey, you're going to come across lots of people who you know are still working away and have a ways to go yet. They're young souls. They are not where you're at, and it doesn't mean to be mean to those people or unkind to them. They just haven't gotten there yet. You have to, you know, sometimes protect yourself from people who are lower evolved, and sometimes some of the lower evolved would be categorized as evil. So there's such thing as evil people. I've come across them in the world, and they have no sense of right from wrong, and they have no standard of value for human life or common decency, respect. They have not learn to equip that either through events in their life that have slowed them down or because they just haven't freaking learned. You can't say because it's not your journey, it's somebody else's. Anyway, I always get off track like that because, I don't know, I guess that's what old people do. I'm not really that old, but I feel old because I have, like, certain physical problems and everything that definitely slow me down. But anyway, that's how you use prayer beads, witch's ladder. I ramble like I always do, but that's how I talk, so you'll just have to deal with it. But anyway, that's the use. And of course, if you have any questions about it, feel free to ask me. I'll try to answer. I'll answer with whatever I know. And if I don't know, I'll be certainly quick to tell you I don't know. Because I don't have any problem with that. I certainly don't know everything. I know a lot, though. No, I'm not trying to be an idiot, an asshole, but I can be an asshole. Definitely I can be an asshole. My whole family would tell you that. Probably readily. Anyway, that's that. And that's how you use the prayer beads / witch's ladder. You could use them for either or. You could have different ones for different things. It's a great tool. I highly recommend it. I've kind of played around with a set before. I really like it. I will be making more of these and making, more things on them charm-wise and everything to, like, draw people to their totem animals is what I really like. I like to draw people to their totem animals. I love totem animals, and I think it's very helpful. So I love to see people find their way in that. So, having charms of things that call out to you, whether it be like acorns or leaves or animals or bugs or spiders or whatever. I have all those things. I can do all those things, and I intend to do it. So look for more of these. I have to kind of do them slowly because they're hard. It's hard on my hands. And I've had to take a few breaks because of my hands, and my arm is giving me whole lots of trouble. So I had to kind of cool it a little bit. But I'm going to do more of these, and I love the one that's posted today. It's very pretty, and I'll show it to you again. It's right here. It's got the fluorite, moonstone, and what else is on here? Fluorite, moonstone, and has the purple agate. Very pretty. I like it. I think I have this wrong in the post. I better go change it. But I love that moonstone. It's the right color for me. If I had my druthers, I'd keep this, but I'm not gonna. But anyway, moonstone comes in a couple variations. The most common one you see is the ones like the little beads on here. I'll try to move these so you can see they have give the little blue shimmer in there, kind of rainbow. They call that rainbow moonstone, I think. But this I like because it has that kind of grayish, brownish tinge to it. And kind of has a look like river water, that kind of coloring. Those are my favorite moonstones, and I find those are the most powerful. The rainbow with the blue shimmer in it is very, very pretty. It's definitely a moonstone. It works like a moonstone. But in my opinion, the rivery, gray, brownish ones that are cloudy, I love those the best. They're my favorite. I always, when I'm shopping for moonstone jewelry or something, I look for that. I haven't found them in beads yet, but I'm still looking. Anyway, there you be, and I'll be making more of these. If you want a custom creation, you have a certain specification. If I can do that, I will. Just message me, and, I will do everything I can to create what you're looking for. All right, so that's it. That's my rant for today. I have my wire here in the way. Let's see, what's today? Wednesday? It's hump day. So, yeah, halfway through, yay. And for all you working people, every day's a weekend for me. Gets a little boring after a while if you really want to know. But anyhow, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful rest of your week and a great weekend. And next time I'm on here, I will definitely light a fire under the crow. If you can help me, give her a nudge by telling her, yes, we want to see you on a dang video. You lazy little... No, I didn't say that. Anyhow, she's very hard to pin down to a video, so help me out. Give her a shout, okay? All right, bye.